Happy Wednesday. It's time once again for my weekly update and for the latest mystery that I'll be divulging into. So, first things first, an update on Chapter 7 of the Wax Menagerie. Well, first of all, Chapter 6, you remember how I kept prolonging it? Yeah, I'm going to write a little bit here, a little bit there. Chapter 6 is done. Yes. Chapter 6 is finally done. And I immediately got right into 7 because, you know what? If it took me that long to write 6, why should I bother to wait to write 7, right? Besides, it was at the tip of my head, so I was like, it's fresh in my mind, I might as well just go for it. And I did. So, one thing to note that is special about Chapter 7 is that it is the first chapter in which it doesn't start with my main characters, because I'm leading off with 2 new characters. Don't worry, if that's never been done before, I'm sure it has. Don't worry, don't be alarmed. You'll like these 2 characters. They're nice. They're nice people. They're nice people. Yeah. So Chapter 7's off, and it's not bad. It's going pretty good. I haven't incorporated any notes from Hound of the Baskervilles yet into Chapter 7 because I can't really do that. I could, but I feel like I'd be forcing it because the emphasis is really on the characters here in the factory. And, you know, making it gothic would be me trying to explain the weather. And I'd just be thrown like, hey, look, it's cloudy outside. And you don't really care about the clouds at that particular time. So I can hold off on the gothic atmosphere of the book. So yeah, Chapter 7's off without a hitch, and off to a good start, and hopefully I'll finish writing it later tonight, hopefully. I'm fumbling over my own words. I apologize. A lot of times I look away too, like a weirdo. Anyways, that's Chapter 7 of the book. I'm also going to drop a little spoiler here. The cover, the color of the cover of the Wax Menagerie is going to be blue. That may not seem like a big deal to any of you people, but if you remember, the first cover was yellow. Wax yellow, yeah. Wax can be all different colors. This is going to be blue. So it's going to have the same setup. So you remember the dripping, like the yellow theme that was? Same concept, only it's going to be blue. Assuming I can pull this off. My cover artist can pull this off. So yeah, without further ado, let's get to the good part, shall we? Today's unsolved mystery: whatever happened to Amelia Earhart? Now, you may remember me referencing Amelia Earhart in a prior video, to which I even explained what I thought happened to her. Well, I didn't think I was doing her justice enough. I mean, this is a case that dates back 70 years. This is something that everybody's heard of. If you haven't heard of Amelia Earhart, you live under a rock. I'm sorry, but you do. So basically, in a nutshell, what happened 70 plus years ago around there? I'm pretty sure I got that right. 70 years ago around there. Amelia Earhart, famous pilot, she went out flying one day. And again, this is a nutshell. This is as basic and plain as you could possibly get. Amelia Earhart, famous pilot, she's out flying one day, disappears, vanishes without a trace, never to be heard from again. Now, of course, you can imagine over the last 70 years, we as people have come up with many conspiracy theories and thoughts and ideas of what we think happened to her. I'm going to give you 4 theories on what happened to Amelia Earhart. I didn't pull these from Google. These are common knowledge. I've read these throughout the years. These are the ones that I've heard, basically. These are the most theorized ones. If you've seen my videos before, you know how this goes. I'm going to read through all 4, then I'm going to go back and I'm going to tell you whether or not I think they're possible. The first one, she crashed in Africa and was taken prisoner and killed, possibly eaten. Well, I think this one's possible because there supposedly was or wasn't footage. I mean, there wasn't evidence of her plane There was wreckage. Why was I drawing a blank on that word? There was evidence of wreckage of her plane supposedly off the coast of Africa. I don't know how true that is, but that's possible as to what happened. Her and Livingston, supposedly, Livingston was a co-pilot, I believe. They crashed off the coast of Africa. There was wreckage. Basically, they were taken prisoner. They were killed and possibly eaten. Now, no reports that I've ever seen suggest that they were eaten. I've personally just thrown that in because why the hell not? There are parts of America, there are parts of Europe, there are parts of Africa that are who knows, like tribes of people are crazy. Cannibalism's a thing. Is it so hard to believe that Amelia Earhart and her co-pilot went off the coast of Africa and just got killed and they were like eaten? I know it's a savage thought, but it's possible. It is totally possible. I went against what I said. I said you know what? I'm just going to read the next three, and then I'll give you my thoughts after. I totally went into whether or not I thought that one was possible. I do think that first one is possible. Second one, she went into the Bermuda Triangle. Third, she lived under another name. And 4, she went into the ocean. Okay, went into the Bermuda Triangle. Now, I said this over to the people on Twitter. First of all, in order to believe that she went into the Bermuda Triangle, like UFOs, like aliens, like Bigfoot, you have to believe that they exist. If you don't believe they exist, then this one's not really going to do you any justice. As a believer and a nut of the Bermuda Triangle, I buy this one. Whatever the Bermuda Triangle may be, a wormhole, a vortex, another dimension, I believe it's possible. She went into that thing. By the way, the Bermuda Triangle, no longer a triangle. It was called that basically because of the three points of origin within the middle of the ocean that it was. I'm not going to give you the coordinates because I don't know them off the top of my head, though I should, because if I say I like the Bermuda Triangle as much as I say I do, I should know, but I don't. Anyways, yeah, I think it's totally possible that she went into the Bermuda Triangle because, like many ships, like many planes, this is the number one thought, that, the planes go haywire, magnetic forces, stuff happens, and then, boom, before you know it, where did they go? Boom, Bermuda Triangle. So I think this one's possible. Number 3, she lived under another name. This is a happy one. This is a really happy one. This is a feel-good story, right? I don't buy this one. Isn't it sad that it's the happiest one on the list and I don't buy it? Listen, at one point it was suggested that there was a woman living in California who resembled Amelia Earhart, older. Somebody must have said, hey, you look like Amelia Earhart, and then other people said it, and before you knew it, there was people on the woman's lawn, in front of her doorstep, saying, hey, are you Amelia Earhart? Poor woman, probably denied it till the day she died. Was she Amelia Earhart? No. Maybe she was, maybe she wasn't. I don't think she was. To think that she, I don't know, just decided to give up being a famous pilot and decided to live under a different name, why would she do that? Well, maybe she got amnesia. Maybe she did. I don't know. I don't buy this one. There's way too much. It's been 70 years. There's too much mystery. There's too much unknown parts behind it. To think that someone just assumed a new name. No. Last but not least, she went into the ocean. Case closed, right? Yeah, that's what happened. She went into the ocean. But of course, you already know that that's not possible because we would have found wreckage. There would have been, like, hey, we found the wreckage of the plane of Amelia Earhart in the bottom of the ocean. But they didn't. There's been wreckage of planes, thousands of planes in the ocean. None of them were Flight 19, and none of them were Amelia Earhart. If only, right? I don't think this one's possible on the surface. Let me explain. If I were to add details to this, I'm referring, of course, to the depths of the ocean that we've yet to unexplore as human beings. If we consider that and add that detail, it's possible that that's exactly where Flight 19 and Amelia Earhart went. You know, they went, here's the bottom of the ocean. Here's the depths of the ocean that we don't know about. Perhaps the plane skidded, went into the depths that were uncharted. That's totally possible. Unfortunately, I don't want to just throw those details in. I think that from what we know as people, there is a bottom to the ocean, and Amelia Earhart's plane is not there. So this one's not possible. So, to conclude, she crashed in Africa and was taken prisoner, killed, possibly eaten? Possible. She went to the Bermuda Triangle? Possible. She went into another name? She went under another name? No. She went into the ocean. Crashed? No. The two ones that seem the most logical, they're not to me. And the two ones that seem crazy, I believe in. So yeah, what does that say about me? I don't know. Maybe it says nothing, maybe it says everything. That was the latest video. So update on my book, latest Unsolved mystery. I'd like to tell you that I'm going to be back Friday, but I'd be lying because I don't know. But until the next time,